Scorching, scary, sad.
It's never going to be the same.
The Doghead Fire.
It's heartbreaking. It's absolutely heartbreaking.
The danger.
Your house isn't worth your life.
This is a little close to home.
The fierce firefight.
I have no doubt that you have the best men and women on the ground making sure that this fire is put out as soon as possible.
From the ground and from Sky News 13. Tonight, complete fire coverage, the damage done,
and the direction. Firefighters have been fighting this fire on all fronts and not catching a break. Will that change? We'll answer it tonight.
KRQE News 13 at 9 on 2 KASA Fox starts right now. Good evening. Ferocious flames light up the night sky, some 100 feet tall. Here are some late fire figures tonight. The Doghead Fire has grown to 16,000 acres, 700 firefighters battling the blaze. At least 18 structures lost, many of them homes. Up to 300 people have been displaced, forced out by flames, and that number is expected to grow. We have live team coverage tonight. News 13's Madeline Schmidt tracking the trouble south of Tijeras, but we begin first with News 13's Haley Rush live near Tehique with a fire threat there. Haley?
Aaron, yes, the Doghead Fire keeps raging, as you can see behind me. Tonight they've called in the Type 1 team. Now they have more experience to fight this massive fire. As mentioned, the fire has burned some homes already, and tonight a terrible sight that Sky News 13 captured. More structures up in flames, others sitting in the fire line. This is video from this morning about 3 miles southwest of Chilili. Earlier this afternoon, this fire shifted and started to head east toward 337 between Chilili and Tehique, which has more people being told it's time to go, like Ernesto Acosta, who told us he watched as his family's ranch burned.
Keep everybody in prayers. That's it. That's all we can do, you know. And just let Mother Nature take its course and go from there. Start all over if we have to, you know what I mean?
Now, Torrance County is ordering evacuations tonight all the way out to 5 miles east of State Highway 337, north of Highway 55. They've also cut off power tonight. Officials have shut off the power to everything north of 55 to Chilili. Aaron, back to you.
All right, Haley, thank you very much indeed for that live report. As mentioned, close to 300 people are also displaced right now. Fire officials say they do not see this fire calming down anytime soon. People north of the fire have been watching the smoke plume closely, seeing which way it's blowing as they get ready to leave their homes. Others closer to Chilili have already taken warnings to heart, and they have packed up and left. Let's go live right now to News 13's Madeline Schmidt. She's on Highway 337 just south of Tijeras.
Yeah, well, Aaron, you can tell who's evacuating. They're loading up trailers, camper trailers, U-Hauls. Now, we spoke with one woman earlier today who said she just can't believe that this is all happening after the 20 years that she's lived in this area.
Well, I've got to get some of my furniture out that was my grandmother's that she had given to me, antiques and stuff, and I need to get them out of there because I can't replace them. The rest of it, I don't care.
Gail Villarreal Wiley lives off of Juan Tomas near Highway 217, several miles north of the fire at this point. Now, like many people, she's also preparing to move animals. She's got horses, a few dogs and cats. She called the situation scary and said many of her neighbors are getting ready to leave too. While Villarreal Wiley hasn't been told to evacuate just south of Highways 337 and 217, everyone's been advised to get out.
I figured that it's getting close and material things could be replaced, so I felt that it was that time to leave.
Jim Clark left his home just hours ago, packing up what he could and putting it into his trucks and trailer to include his dogs. He's hopeful the wind will keep the fire away from his property. And tonight on News 13 at 10, we will give you an update on Clark and his home. Now, over and over again, the people that we spoke to, they use the word helpless to describe how they're feeling as this fire closes in. And of course, they just want to know whether or not their home is going to be okay. Aaron, back to you.
Indeed, and we look forward to your report tonight at 10. Madeline, thank you very much for that. We have been seeing smoke over the metro coming from the Doghead Fire, and it has prompted a smoke advisory. The Department of Health urging children, seniors, and those who have heart and lung problems to really consider taking some precautions. Limit your time outdoors. Officials also say this smoke is expected to affect central New Mexico, and it will do so all through the weekend. The winds also a key factor, and they are still blowing tonight. Chief Meteorologist Mark Ronchetti joins us with that factor. Mark?
Yeah, Aaron, we're looking at a painfully slow improvement in the winds. Today we saw that nominally, but given how warm it's been and how dry it's been, even an improvement in the wind, at least in some respect, hasn't been enough to slow this fire down, at least not initially. We're at 82 degrees now. West winds 7 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. That's more in the foothills along the east side of our central mountains here. Now, as you go out a little farther toward Moriarty, those winds calm down, but they have not necessarily calmed down right in the fire zone. So that is some bad news. Obviously, as you saw with Haley's video, there's still some real concern out there with burning structures. Now, as far as the winds go tonight, they'll stay at least elevated to some degree to around the midnight hour, and then as we head throughout the day tomorrow, we're looking at a high in the high 80s. But the real number I think that's going to be a problem is the humidity levels, 5 to 8% tomorrow. And then we're looking at the winds coming down a little bit early morning hours, early afternoon, and then they come up to around 15 miles per hour later on in the day. Again, this is getting a little better over what we had today and a little better over what we had yesterday. So the overall trending for the wind is getting better, but this is still unbelievably dry and hot. So, Aaron, a long way to go for firefighters. Part of the reason you're seeing the Type 1 team come in here, major issues still on the table here.
Thank you, Mark. And it's not just us. Dangerous heat consuming the Southwest in this scorcher. The Cedar Creek fire burning in northern Arizona, now more than 8,000 acres. That big blaze near Show Low has been growing steadily too since flames broke out just yesterday. It's moving in a northerly direction in rugged, hard to access terrain. Winds have calmed down a bit there, helping that firefighting effort. Evacuation orders are in place, but many people just decided to pick up and leave on their own ahead of that mandate. The cause of that blaze in Arizona is still under investigation. We will have updates until the very last hotspot is put out here. KRQE News 13, reporting you can trust, and your home for continuing coverage on the Doghead Fire. Elsewhere in the news tonight, an update to last night's breaking news here. The deadly danger started in gunfire. It ended in a gun battle. An innocent man came under the gun in a deadly carjacking at an Albuquerque auto zone. Later, a dramatic chase and hail of gunfire between that suspected killer and local law enforcement. News 13's Candace Hopkins has the details now from Central and Unser.
This is the intersection where APD caught up with the suspect, who they say was driving the Jeep carjacked earlier in the evening. Around midnight, a gun battle erupted, forcing those nearby to take cover.
A lot of gunshots. And me and my wife, we hit the floor. We said, yeah, somebody's shooting. My wife said, somebody's shooting out there. Call the cops, call the cops.
It all started with the carjacking outside the auto zone at Coors and Rio Bravo around 7. Deputies say 64-year-old Santiago Romero was shot to death and the suspect made off with his Jeep. Romero's boss says Romero had just purchased that Jeep for his daughter for a graduation present, so he may have hesitated to hand it over. An APD officer spotted the Jeep around midnight. The suspect refused to stop and led police on a chase. Officers tried using a spike strip, then a pit maneuver. That's when they say the driver opened fire on them, striking an officer in his vest. They shot back. The suspect was found dead in the Jeep. As for the carjacking victim, Santiago Romero, he's a father and grandfather. Today he's being remembered as someone who went out of his way to help others.
The second I moved in, my truck broke down and he goes, let me help you fix it. We got it. Let's do it together. And ever since then, him and his family have just been wonderful.
Police have not identified the dead suspect or confirmed if it is the same man who shot and killed Romero, nor have they said how the suspect died. BCSO is leading this investigation. Candace Hopkins, KRQE News 13.
Sheriff Manny Gonzalez says the APD officer who was shot in his vest was saved by his body armor. That officer was taken to the hospital to be checked out, but expected to be okay. The president and the first lady are coming to New Mexico. Coming up on News 13, how Carlsbad Caverns is getting ready for this rare visit. And later in the broadcast, messaging in the middle of a massacre, what the Orlando killer and his wife were texting during that terror.
Why a deputy threatened to break a suspected drunk driver's arm. I'm Liz Tree. The video tonight on News 13 at 10.
Sign up for email alerts on krqe.com.
Toyota of Santa Fe, where you have a buddy in the business.
You're always on the go. No matter where life takes you, take the KRQE News app with you. It's a wealth of information right at your fingertips. And when you do see news happen, click it, then report it. Send us your photo, video, or news tips directly from the KRQE News app. No matter where you are or where you go, we'll keep you informed. The KRQE News app. Download it today.
Hi, I'm Dan with Cadillac of Santa Fe, New Mexico's best price Cadillac dealer. Like this, be one of the first to drive the all-new 2017 XT5 or the 2016 ATS at only $299 per month. Cadillac of Santa Fe, your friendly Cadillac dealer.
All right, guys, we brought you to this construction trailer to talk about trucks today. Which truck brand offers engines with best-in-class V8 towing or fuel economy?
Are we moving? We're going. It's the answer to the question, baby. Silverado.
Ooh, that's cool.
It's Truck Month. Qualified buyers get 0% financing for 60 months. Plus, find your tank and get $8,250 total value on this Silverado All-Star. See your New Mexico Chevy dealer.
It's here, but it's going by fast. The opportunity of the year is back. The Mercedes-Benz Summer Event. Get to your dealer today for incredible once-a-season offers and start firing up those grills. Lease the GLC 300 for just $449 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Hi, I'm Dan with Cadillac of Santa Fe, New Mexico's best price Cadillac dealer. Like this, 2016 ATS only $299 per month, or the all-new 2016 Escalade, luxury, beauty, and power. Cadillac of Santa Fe, your friendly Cadillac dealer.
On any given day, anything can happen. That's the beauty of morning television.
This is your eye-opener to this day.
CBS This Morning, weekdays.
As we've reported, President Obama and the first family are coming to New Mexico during a mini vacation. They'll be visiting Carlsbad Caverns tomorrow. News 13 Cheyenne Cope talked to state park officials about how they are preparing for the first family's visit.
This year, the National Park Service turns 100. To honor the centennial celebration, the Obama family has decided to take a trip this weekend. They'll be visiting 2 national parks, one of those being Carlsbad Caverns.
But we're super excited, and we hope that they really enjoy the caverns, and we're honored that they're visiting national parks on their vacation. I think that's fabulous.
That's cool. I think it's good that he's doing it. I think the national parks are a wonderful treasure.
The president will arrive tomorrow afternoon. Cavern officials say they've been working closely with Secret Service and the White House staff, as well as sprucing up the cave and brushing up on their cave knowledge. The gates to the caverns will close to the public at 11 a.m. and reopen that evening. That means some visitors, like the Schraders, had to change their schedules around.
And he was out here on business and gave me a phone call last Saturday and said, guess what, our plans are changing. We understand the president's going to be at Carlsbad on Friday.
But despite the park shutting down in the middle of the day, most visitors say the first family coming to visit is very exciting.
It's great that they'll be able to kind of tour around and see everything.
I think it's great that they're coming out here. It was really beautiful inside. I had a lot of fun down there. Yeah, plus also it promotes it. People think, oh, the president's coming here, so they'll come here. And
in Carlsbad, Cheyenne Cope, KRQE News 13.
The first family will also be visiting Yosemite National Park in California. Carlsbad, a national park, yes. Even though I said state park officials, and as soon as I uttered those words, we took Cheyenne's report, and I realized it's a national park.
And I didn't want to say anything, but I was
know.
outraged.
Hold the phone.
Or not paying any attention as we continue with the fire coverage. Here's a look. Check this out. Couple pictures from Don Armstrong pretty cool stuff. He's kind of got the firefight above the fire.
Wow.
Yeah, he got a couple good shots we're going to show you coming up tonight at 10, too, with the DC-10 that's been flying over. That drops about 11,600 gallons of retardant every time. Now, these are some of the smaller planes. Got some spotter planes here as well, and that's a pretty cool shot, too. But it shows you the explosive nature of this fire. There's no doubt this thing is turning into a monster, burning in an area that has not burned for a long time, or at least right in that area it hasn't. And this is the conditions we're looking at right now, 82 degrees. West winds 7 miles per hour, gusting as high as 20. So we're still seeing the winds pretty gusty at this point, gustier than we would like to see in this area. And this really is a bad fire situation here, mainly because we are so dry and so warm across the area right now, and we're only going to get warmer in the near term. But when you get a fire that really gets going like this one has and is close to 20,000 acres, what you start to see is the fire effectively warms the surface, and it takes air and just pushes that air up in the atmosphere. And what that tends to do is, as you evacuate air out the top of the fire, it has to be replaced from somewhere. And it's replaced at the surface here, so it goes rushing in toward the fire. So effectively, this thing acts like a little area of low pressure, which just sucks the air up in the atmosphere and draws more air in. So really what we get here is we get some wind. The natural weather setup brings us some wind depending on whatever's going on in the atmosphere, and then the fire itself can help intensify that by drawing more air up and into the atmosphere. So that's why a lot of times we could end up with worse wind right around the fire than we'd ordinarily see. 85 degrees in the metro area right now. Temperature 60s, 70s, and 80s, down to the south 70s and 80s. Now, one interesting thing going on right now, especially in some of those elevated mountain areas where we are seeing this fire, is when you have real dry air, it heats up very quickly throughout the day. So in the fire zone, what we're doing here is warming up nicely and very quickly through the day to temperatures close to 90 degrees. Well, although we warm up very quickly during the day, at night that air tends to cool very quickly as we lose the heat out of the atmosphere. It's what we call diurnal temperature, meaning the temperature difference between day and night. Well, it's huge in the fire zone. In some areas, 30 to 40 degrees near where this fire is. So ordinarily you would say, okay, those cooling temperatures help us because then we get a little higher moisture in the atmosphere. But the problem is we have so little moisture given what's going on. Even these big temperature ranges don't help us as much as you think they would help. So that huge temperature drop doesn't always help if you have no moisture to work with. We basically have none across the area right now. Very, very dry conditions, and we're not going to see any additional moisture anytime soon. High pressure is going to continue to assert itself across the area tomorrow, and then especially this weekend and through the beginning of next week. I think we're looking at a 4-day stretch, Saturday through Tuesday, where we are likely to be at or above 100 degrees with relative humidities in the single digits across the area here. So this is just brutal heat setting in across a good portion of New Mexico. And we'll show you that as we go region by region. Southern Colorado, temperatures in the 80s, but we're going to be in the mid-90s in Durango by Monday. 91 Farmington, 90 in Grants, 104 in Farmington by Monday. Southwest, sunshine and warm. Temperatures here, high 90s. Socorro, TRC, triple digits. Las Cruces, Alamogordo, Artesia, Roswell, Carlsbad, Hobbs, Lovington, probably Clovis too, or at least close to it. 90 in Raton, 90 in Las Vegas, 86 in Mora. Less wind tomorrow, but still breezy. 87 in Towson, 87 in Los Alamos. We are going to see the winds improve here in and around the fire. West winds 10 to 15, maybe 20 miles per hour. So a little better than today, but it's not massive improvement. 97 downtown, 95 in the Heights, and 93 in the foothills. Your Albuquerque 7-day forecast, Aaron. This is what we're talking about. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Brutal heat.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen those triple digits lined up one after the other.
We get 3 on average per year. We're going to get 4 in a row.
Yeah. So it will be a jacketless day for you tomorrow, I believe.
Necessity.
Yeah. Thank you, Mark. After the break, President Obama visiting the victims' families after the Orlando terror attack, who the president is thanking, plus Hot Wheels, what happened moments before this car blew up.
Send your news tips to Report It on the KRQE app.
Membership makes smiles with unlimited visits to the ABQ Biopark. Stop dreaming, quit thinking, and start moving to Garcia Honda. Now is the time to own the most technologically advanced and redesigned 2016 Honda Accord. Yours for just $189 a month or 0.9%. Garcia Honda at the corner of Lomas and Wyoming. Excellence in motion.
Half-price cheeseburgers at Sonic, right?
I don't know. Is there anything more American than cheeseburgers?
I don't think so.
This is what our founding fathers fought for. The right to bear cheeseburgers with our arms.
That's not the way that goes.
Hey, I have the right to make speeches about cheeseburgers as long as I'm not chewing.
What about the inalienable right of a certain friend to pay for cheeseburgers every once in a while?
Oh, good sir. I am not an alien. Born on Earth.
Save room for half-price cheeseburgers all day Monday, June 20th. And get a free slush when you download the new Sonic app.
Stop dreaming, quit thinking, and start moving to Garcia Honda. Now is the time to own the most technologically advanced and redesigned 2016 Honda Civic. Yours for just $179 a month or 0.9%. Garcia Honda at the corner of Lomas and Wyoming. Excellence in motion.
Now for your Bank of the West stock report.
The Volkswagen Passat comes standard with a turbo engine. The turbocharger uses
turbine-driven forced induction to help boost engine performance and fuel efficiency.
Or it's more fun to drive.
I wouldn't know about that.
Well, did you know it also comes with a standard rear-view camera and best-in-class rear legroom?
That's cool, but not as cool as a turbocharger.
He likes turbos.
Qualified customers can get up to $1,500 in available bonuses on 2016 Passat models.
It's the summer upgrade event at Larry H. Miller Hyundai, Albuquerque. Lease a 2016 Accent for $99 a month. That's right, $99 a month for a new Accent. With Hyundai Assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Head west to New Mexico's #1 volume Hyundai dealer. Driven by you.
Hi, I'm Dan with Cadillac of Santa Fe, New Mexico's best price Cadillac dealer. Like this? Be one of the first to drive the all-new 2017 XT5 or the 2016 ATS at only $299 per month. Cadillac of Santa Fe, your friendly Cadillac dealer.
During this election year, it's all about making the right choice. So choose KFC, where right now you can get the 6-piece deal for only $9.99. Choose between 6 pieces of the Colonel's freshly prepared drumsticks and thighs, or 6 extra crispy tenders, plus a large mashed potatoes with gravy and 3 hot home-style biscuits, all for just $9.99. So, do you choose drumsticks and thighs, or extra crispy tenders? Who knew democracy could be so delicious? The 6-piece deal for just $9.99 only at KFC. It's finger-licking good.
Now's the time. Your New Mexico Ford dealer is the place for big summer sell-down savings. 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 cash. And now for a limited time, get an extra $1,000 smart bonus cash on Focus, Fusion, and Escape. It's the best offer of the year. 0% financing for 60 months plus $1,000 cash and an extra $1,000 smart bonus cash. Plus just announced $750 military appreciation cash for active duty veterans and retirees. Don't miss the savings during summer sell-down. Only at your New Mexico Ford dealer.
Hi, I'm Dan with Cadillac of Santa Fe, New Mexico's best price Cadillac dealer. Like this? 2016 ATS, only $299 per month. Or the all-new 2016 Escalade, luxury, beauty, and power. Cadillac of Santa Fe, your friendly Cadillac dealer.
It's the summer upgrade event at Larry H. Miller Hyundai, Albuquerque. Lease a 2017 Elantra for $99 a month. That's right, $99 a month for a new Elantra. With Hyundai Assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Head west to New Mexico's #1 volume Hyundai dealer. Driven by you.
President Obama offers words of support during a visit to Orlando today. The trip coming just days after the worst terror attack on U.S. soil since 9/11. Fox News correspondent Joel Waldman reports tonight from Orlando.
As Orlando and the rest of the nation continue to mourn, President Obama and Vice President Joe Biden meet with the families of the victims of the Orlando terror attack. Air Force One landing at Orlando International this afternoon. The president, who flew down with Senator Marco Rubio, was greeted by Florida Governor Rick Scott and Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer waiting on the tarmac.
4 days ago, this community was shaken by an evil and hateful act. Today, we are reminded of what is good, that there is compassion and empathy and decency.
In addition to meeting with families of the victims and survivors of the attack, the president thanked first responders and hospital workers for their work over the last several days.
We've also been inspired by the courage of those who risked their lives and cared for others.
The first funerals for victims of the tragedy are now being held, with 2 people being laid to rest today. Meantime, new details are emerging about what the shooter was doing during the 3-hour standoff at the nightclub. Omar Mateen reportedly made more than 12 phone calls, searched websites for coverage of the event, and made threatening posts about ISIS on Facebook.
It demonstrates clearly that Omar Mateen, no matter for how long a period, was clearly a supporter of ISIS.
Nearly 24 injured in the attacks are still in the hospital, with several still in critical condition. In Orlando, Joel Waldman, Fox News.
The Orlando shooter exchanged text messages with his wife during the shooting. Omar Mateen's wife, Noor Salman, is the woman hiding her face right here. Law enforcement officials say Mateen texted his wife Sunday morning asking if she had seen the news. She responded saying she loved him. Law enforcement officials say the wife also tried calling him several times during the standoff. He didn't answer the phone. Salman has told investigators that weeks before the attack, Mateen spent thousands of dollars, including for guns used in that attack. Dramatic surveillance video shows a car bursting into flames at a gas station. That explosion threw the driver from the car and ignited his clothes. The victim dropped to the ground to put out the flames. The man had just filled up a gas can and he put it in his trunk as he parked in front of the convenience store there. He suffered life-threatening injuries, 2nd and 3rd degree burns. Police are still investigating exactly what sparked that incredible explosion there. You're watching News 13 at 9 on 2 KASA Fox. Tonight we have the latest information on the Doghead fire burning in the Manzanos. New video and just how intense this is getting at this hour. Also, Donald Trump spending some quality time with lawyers, and Hillary Clinton picking up some big endorsements today. And later in the broadcast, a New Mexico woman has been working really hard to show off her fitness on a global level. What she's doing while representing our state.
This is a serious fire.
18 structures destroyed. Live team coverage next at 10.
You could win a Nissan Frontier and your share of $400,000 this month.
It's your last chance to upgrade your ride before that classic summer road trip at Reliable Chevrolet. New Cruise, $229 down, $229 a month, not a lease. Hurry, the highway to save won't last. Reliable Chevrolet. We are reliable. $11,000 discounts. Rebates up to $9,500. 0% financing. Wow! All month long, save big on every new vehicle with over 800 available during our summer drive and discover event. Larry H. Miller Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Lomas in Wyoming. Driven by you.
Get the cash you need when you need it. Cash to pay the unexpected when you least expect it. Title Max. Cash is what you get. Visit TitleMax.com. Go on, find out how much you can get, whether it's $1, $5, or $10,000. At Title Max, all credit accepted, and it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, a vehicle. 2, a title. 3, an ID. Title Max. It's easy, and you'll say,
I got my title back with Title Max.
I got my title back with Title Max.
For the last 5 days, 17 hours, and 23 minutes, you've been a passenger.
I'm back in baby's arms. How I miss those.
The Mazda 6 with Skyactiv technology makes it good to be a driver.
Back in baby's arms.
Remember the excitement of finding a surprise in your school lunch? Those days are back with the new $4 brown bag special at Subway. Get one of 2 popular classic 6-inch subs, plus a 21-ounce drink for just $4 and get a free cookie. Subway, fresh is what we do.
Thanks for testing our new car service today.
Of course.
Our service is a little bit different.
Okay.
Since we traveled 5.1 miles and this car offers an EPA estimated 37 miles per gallon highway, your total is 31 cents.
What?
The all-new 2016 Chevy Malibu LT.
Current qualified GM lessees can get this all-new Chevy Malibu LT for around $199 a month. Plus, find your tag to get an additional $500 lease cash on select Malibu vehicles in stock. See your New Mexico Chevy dealers.
Of all the big cities you can visit, only Dallas puts the biggest experiences right at your fingertips. So the little moments make lasting memories. And even the upscale feels down to earth. Because Dallas is more fun and less fuss. And when you're simply trying to get away, that's what matters most. Discover a whole new perspective when you visit Dallas.
This event has all of New Mexico heading towards Santa Fe. It's the Freedom of Choice sales event at Toyota of Santa Fe.
And we're giving you plenty of choices with a huge selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs.
No payments for 90 days. Discounts up to $6,000.
New cars starting at $14,700. Or lease a new car for as low as $25 a week. Free yourself from interest with 0% financing for 72 months.
It's the Freedom of Choice sales event going on now at Toyota of Santa Fe, where you have a buddy in the business.
It's your last chance to upgrade your ride before that classic summer road trip at Reliable Chevrolet. New Spark, $169 down, $169 a month, not a lease. Hurry, the highway to save won't last. Reliable Chevrolet. We are reliable.
Good evening again. The Doghead fire has grown dramatically. It has now burned more than 16,000 acres. Brand new, incredible video from Sky News 13. You can make out this is a car burning right here in the center of the video from our reporter Bob Martin on the scene. This evening, strong winds are pushing the fire east toward more homes along 337. That's between Chillicothe and Tehique. This is how the fire looked from the sky. You can see just how strong those flames are. Officials tell us crews are battling 50-foot, some even 100-foot flames. Deputies now going door to door along that stretch of highway, telling people it is time to get out. They were also cutting down trees, building fire lines to try and save homes. Officials have also shut off power to everything north of 55 to Chillicothe. They have also confirmed the loss of at least 18 structures, and unfortunately, many of them are homes. People north of the fire are preparing for the worst as the flames raced in their direction last night. They are still on edge, understandably so, many waiting to evacuate earlier.
We've got a travel trailer ready to go, ready to throw stuff in there. Haven't really packed anything yet because it's still, again, 6 miles away.
Russ Keyes visited the roadblock at Highway 337 and 217. That's between Chillicothe and Teharis. He was there earlier today. He says he lives about 3 miles north of the roadblock, an area that had not been evacuated as of that time. But many of the people who live south of it have been told to evacuate.
Even if the fire came to the house, there's a lot of protection because I've cut the trees back. It's a straw bale house with mud, plaster, and cement. There's not much to burn there.
Melody Brooks there evacuated last night. She did so before authorities asked her to leave. She knew she needed to leave when she saw just how close that smoke was getting. She, like many others, have been calling this situation scary, saying they feel helpless. Some families who have been forced to evacuate their homes will be getting some hygiene kits. That's thanks to inmates at the New Mexico Department of Corrections. A number of inmates are providing many of their own commissary items. Some of the items in the kits include towels, toothbrushes, deodorants, and snacks. Enough for up to 40 families will be delivered. The Doghead fire has created a smoky haze all across Albuquerque. The Department of Health has issued a smoke advisory alert for central and western New Mexico, reminding you to protect yourself from exposure to smoke by limiting your time outdoors. Communities from Moriarty to Klein's Corners are expected to be hit the hardest, and that's going to happen through the weekend. Chief Meteorologist Mark Ronchetti has been on top of the weather elements of this fire since the beginning. He's live now in the Weather Center with more. Mark.
Aaron, what we're looking at here, and we saw it today, was more of a westerly wind. So that's why most of the smoke was pushed toward Moriarty, Klein's Corners, even up into the northeast. That will continue to be a factor over the next couple of days. Albuquerque, yes, our air quality is not very good simply because the fire is in such close proximity to us. But the good news is we're not seeing a lot of that wind blow the core of the smoke plume into the Albuquerque area. But as it does go out to the east, you guys farther out to the east definitely have to suffer with it. So it is not a good scenario any way you cut it. No cloud cover across the state, no moisture across the state at this point. Only the areas we're seeing around Eddy and Lee counties seeing higher humidity levels. Otherwise, there is not much happening weather-wise. 85 degrees, northwest winds at 13 miles per hour, so it's still a little breezy out there. 60s and 70s to the north, down to the south, 70s and 80s. Here's a look at today's highs. We're in the mid-90s. You notice here we're starting to inch up more and more each day, and we're really going to take a jump by Saturday. But tomorrow our high is going to be very similar to this, mid-90s across the Albuquerque area. We're in the high 80s for highs today, but check out Tucumcari, Roswell, Carlsbad, all well over 100 degrees, and you guys will continue that streak through the weekend and into next week because high pressure is just building up from the south. It will set up over the state here, and it's just not going to allow anything in the way of moisture, humidity, anything that we really need to calm this fire down. Now, the one piece of positive news, as this high slides in to some degree tomorrow, and especially on Saturday, the winds will back off because the high is going to completely dominate our weather. So we won't see really gusty winds as this high comes in. So that's good news. But I think the bad news overall probably outweighs that good news in the respect that we've got no shot at a shower. We don't even have elevated humidity levels in the evening here that could really help us that much. So that's a major league issue. But again, the winds, they do look a little bit better here. In fact, take a look at the next couple of days, and you're not going to see the blues set up over the Albuquerque area or over the East Mountains, whether it be the Manzanos or out into the Sandias. We're likely to see some gustier winds a little farther out to the east, but right over the high terrain here, we're talking 10 to 15, maybe 20 mile per hour wind. So there is some improvement there, and you can see further backing off of the wind on Saturday. So that is a positive sign in all of this, so we won't see quite as much wind, but it's still going to be a real struggle for firefighters because it's going to be tough given how dry it is and how hot it is, and then fighting this fire physically on these guys is not going to be easy, and the girls that have to fight it and the women that have to fight it's going to be tough. 84 in Durango, 82 Pagosa Springs, 84 in Alamosa, mostly sunny with hot temperatures. Northwest sunny and breezy. West winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Out across the southwest, sunshine and warm. 99 TRC, 92 in Silver City. Notice how hot it gets Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Same deal across the southeast, where for the foreseeable future we are going to be at 100 degrees or better. Up across the northeast, mostly sunny and breezy. 91 in Roy, 91 in Springer, and 90 in Las Vegas. Over the northern mountains, sunshine and warm here. Temperatures in the afternoon will get into the 80s this weekend in those highest mountain communities, which doesn't happen all that often. 91 into Harris, 86 in Cedar Crest, out into the metro area. Sunny and hot. Winds out of the south. 10 to 15 miles per hour, 97 downtown in the foothills, 93, and here we go. 100 Saturday, 101 on Father's Day, 102 on Monday, 100 on Tuesday. We've backed the temperatures down a little bit with maybe a little additional moisture coming in for Wednesday and Thursday, but that right now is anything but a sure thing. Aaron?
Yeah, it feels like Phoenix or Nevada. Thank you, Mark. Be sure to stay with KRQE News 13 all day on air and online. We will be keeping you updated on the Doghead Fire all throughout the night. Other news here tonight, Santa Fe County has banned most fireworks because of severe drought conditions. County commissioners unanimously approved that resolution for the next 30 days. Fireworks that go up in the air are banned. Ones that stay on the ground are okay as long as there is a water source nearby. But all fireworks are banned from the wildland areas. A sweep to find and lock up child predators, leading to more than a dozen people being charged during Operation Broken Heart 3. 63 search warrants were conducted. 21 men across New Mexico and 1 in Texas were taken into custody. 15 of them were charged with possessing or distributing child porn. One man, a former middle school janitor from Farmington, was charged with voyeurism. Santa Fe police tonight searching for a burglary suspect. Police say 42-year-old Venustiano Olivares is known for stealing vehicles, and he likes to get large power tools as well. He's also accused of taking items from construction sites. And get this, authorities say he wears a reflective safety vest to try to blend in. Well, there's a pretty good picture because he has a record. If you have any information on where he is, please call police in Santa Fe. Let's go to Durango tonight. Police there hoping to ID the crook who tried to carjack a woman. That incident caught on camera. It happened last week near the South City Market. Video from the Durango Herald here showing that man trying to get into the woman's car and the woman using her arm and her leg to push the man away. He is then seen running away. The man was caught on a separate surveillance video. This was about 45 minutes later, also in Durango at a gas station. At the time, you can see he was wearing a yellow hoodie and he had shorts on. Now, the back of that hoodie reads Hoffman. Police say that could be the name of a construction company. We're going to zoom in here for you. If you recognize this man, please call police in Durango for our viewers watching in Colorado tonight. It may seem like an alarming report out of New Mexico, but we've learned it's false. A report was posted on the website called Judicial Watch. That's a conservative watchdog group. It claimed a Luna County Sheriff's deputy arrested an undocumented Islamic refugee, and the report said that woman had plans on her, showing our region's natural gas pipelines. The Luna County Sheriff tells News 13 it never happened.
Before putting out such an article that could get people in such an uproar, maybe they should confirm their stories first before doing that, because it really, it's unfortunate to our citizens that they have to endure that kind of fear.
We did some checking. U.S. Customs and Border Protection also has not heard of such an arrest. We also checked with the FBI. Judicial Watch did not respond to News 13's questions today. Politics tonight, the Republican presidential race, vastly different than on this day 1 year ago. That's when Donald Trump announced his run for the White House. Now he is the last man standing, but he still has a lot of work ahead of him with a brand new poll giving the general election, if it were held today, to Hillary Clinton. Fox News correspondent James Rosen reporting in D.C. with more.
A detour from the campaign trail for the presumptive Republican nominee, Donald Trump appearing for a deposition in a lawsuit involving his redevelopment of the old post office building here in Washington. The businessman sued 2 chefs after they backed out of restaurant deals at the property following the candidate's controversial remarks about Mexicans. Trump was then headed to the Lone Star State for a fundraiser and rally in Dallas.
I think I would do a great job, and I'll keep our country safe. Believe me, make America great again, but I'm also going to make America safe again.
Meantime, presumptive Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton is in New York. The former Secretary of State has no public events planned, but she did pick up 2 big endorsements, one from TV's Oprah Winfrey, the other from Big Labor, specifically the AFL-CIO. Clinton spent Wednesday in the battleground Commonwealth of Virginia, where she rejected some polls that show Americans believe Trump would do a better job of keeping Americans safe from terrorism.
Not one of Donald Trump's reckless ideas would have saved a single life in Orlando. It's just more evidence that he is temperamentally unfit and totally unqualified to be commander-in-chief.
A new CBS News survey shows Clinton with a 6-point lead over Trump among registered voters, but that number, experts say, could well change before Election Day.
What happens in June is not nearly as important as what happens at the conventions or what happens at the debates or what happens in the final weeks of a campaign.
As for Senator Bernie Sanders, he remains in the Democratic primary. Days after meeting with Hillary Clinton, he's holding an event in his home state of Vermont. In Washington, James Rosen, Fox News.
Back here at Roswell's airport, getting more than $2 million to complete its runway repairs. That funding is coming from grants from the Federal Aviation Administration. Work is being done in 3 phases, and this will be the final part. Artesia Municipal Airport will also get more than $3 million from the feds for its runway work. Sports is coming up next with Jared Chester here on News 13 on Fox, and still to come tonight, where a local athlete will represent the land of enchantment on the national stage.
Stay connected anytime on KRQE.com.
We're working to help more than 4,000 homeless students by providing emergency food bags.
Kirky Cares is joining APS Title I Homeless Project and Smith's grocery stores.
You can help by dropping off non-perishable food items at any Albuquerque Smith's location.
For all the information on Kirky Cares, go to KRQE.com.
It's the summer upgrade event at Larry H. Miller Hyundai, Albuquerque. Albuquerque. Lease a 2016 Accent for $99 a month. That's right, $99 a month for a new Accent. With Hyundai Assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Head west to New Mexico's #1 volume Hyundai dealer. Driven by you.
I have a list.
Okay.
So, she needs automatic emergency braking, blind spot detection, and lane departure warning.
All available on the Elantra and Sonata.
And a better warranty than Toyota, Nissan, or Chevy.
America's best warranty, standard with every Hyundai.
Let's check in with the boss.
Okay. Sorry, excuse me.
You know what? I'm sold. You guys sort it out.
Lease the Sonata for just $199 a month, or get the Sonata Hybrid with up to $3,500 total savings. Visit buyhyundai.com.
Oh, and honey, please don't forget to go to the bank today. You didn't forget to go to the bank today, did you?
Nope.
With Bank of Albuquerque Mobile Deposit, you never have to worry about going to the bank just to deposit checks. Bank of Albuquerque. Long live your money.
Hurrah for the red, white, and blue.
Hurrah because you can win one of 3 Jeep Patriots at Isleta Resort and Casino.
Now through July 30th, earn entries for Isleta's Patriot giveaways. Win a share of more than $150,000 in cash and prizes.
Every Saturday, lucky players will win thousands of dollars in cash and have the chance to win one of 3 Patriots from Mark KASA Chrysler Jeep.
The Patriot giveaways going on now through July 30th.
At Isleta Resort and Casino.
The intelligent all-new Audi A4 is here. Experience the all-new Audi A4 at your local dealer.
It's the summer upgrade event at Larry H. Miller Hyundai, Albuquerque. Lease a 2017 Elantra for $99 a month. That's right, $99 a month for a new Elantra. With Hyundai Assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Head west to New Mexico's #1 volume Hyundai dealer. Driven by you.
When getting results matters to you, it matters where you get your news. KRQE News 13 is reporting you can trust.
Ford. Drive one today at your New Mexico Ford dealer.
Welcome to sports. The Cavs were coming off a dominant performance in Game 5 and definitely rode that wave of success into Game 6 tonight. This one is just about to finish up, and the Cavs have been electric tonight. LeBron has 41 points with 11 assists, leading last I saw 110-89 in the fourth. I'll have highlights in sports on KRQE at 10. The inaugural Brian Urlacher golf tournament wrapped up today. Urlacher himself didn't get to play, but did have some fun off the tee box with event goers. Old number 54 is just happy to be back at the Duke City, holding his first ever golf tournament.
This is a fun one. This is the first one I've done with my name on it, so I wanted it to be done the right way. And all I do was show up and hang out. It was fun and easy. It's great. I just never spend enough time here. And I come back for 1-2 days at a time, and I'm gone again. So I got to figure out a way to spend more time here because I really enjoy my time here.
Proceeds from his golf tournament went to the Salvation Army, and Urlacher is now off to Florida to fish with his family for Father's Day. University of New Mexico's all-time kills leader in volleyball history is back in town. Chantel Riddle has been spending her time playing professionally for the TSV Volley Dunagan, a pro squad in Switzerland. She is stateside for the summer, working and training for next season.
I've been working at Lucky 66 Bowl and Volleyball, so I've been playing there and staying in with the Lobos, and it's nice.
Riddle leaves to Switzerland in August, but will be helping out at the UNM indoor camps that run Monday through Friday. All right, to boxing. Undefeated super bantamweight fighter Angelo Leo was supposed to fight Josh Greer on Saturday's Aztec Warrior card, but Greer had to pull out. Leo is bummed he can't fight in his hometown, but the 9-0 boxer has already picked up another fight in Chihuahua, Mexico on July 9th.
This is where all the people want to see me. A lot of people have been wanting to watch me fight. But at the same time, you know, we're getting fights, and I'm still keeping my fans updated, and sooner or later I'll fight here.
Details are still coming out on when that fight, who we will be fighting, but we will keep you updated. All right, that'll do it for sports, but don't go anywhere. The show is not over yet. News with Aaron Drawhorn is next, right after the break.
Stay on top of weather conditions with the KRQE weather app.
Just click Make My Deal to make an offer right online.
Get more at DodgeChalmersFord.com.
Your home, your auto. They just go together. Combine and save. Talk to your State Farm agent today.
$11,000 discounts. Rebates up to $9,500. 0% financing. Wow! It's Larry H. Miller's Summer Bash. All month long, save big on every new vehicle with over 800 available during our Summer Drive and Discover event. Join us for food, music, and drinks while saving thousands on your favorite new model. It's the Summer Bash at Larry H. Miller Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Lomas in Wyoming. Driven by you.
It's here, but it's going by fast. The opportunity of the year is back. The Mercedes-Benz Summer Event. Get to your dealer today for incredible once-a-season offers and start firing up those grills. Lease the GLC 300 for just $449 a month at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
DQ funnel cake a la mode? Hold on.
Funnel cake has a new home. The DQ Bakes new funnel cake a la mode with the world-famous DQ soft serve and your favorite topping. This is fan food, not fast food.
Funnel cake a la mode.
If you're a 55 plus, now's the time to build a beautiful new home at Jubilee Los Lunas, New Mexico's premier active adult community. We're celebrating the grand opening of our new model complex with $10,000 or more in upgrades on your new Jubilee home. Join us this Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Tour our new models, explore our luxurious villa, and stay for a Western barbecue and live music at 6. Jubilee, more choices, more fun. Learn more at JubileeLosLunas.com.
The 2016 Nissan Sentra. An IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. With blind spot warning. Get to your local Nissan store today and get $1,500 cash back on Sentra or save up to $2,500 on Altima. Take on the unseen with Intelligent Safety Shield technologies in Nissan Sentra, Altima, and Maxima.
Let's go celebrate with the Toyota Camry. Right now, get $2,000 cash back on Camry or get 0% APR financing for 72 months. Toyota, let's go places.
Combine your home and auto insurance with State Farm, and we'll help you drive home the savings. Talk to a local agent or go to statefarm.com.
Finally here tonight, one of the biggest stages to showcase fitness, the CrossFit Games. Next month, a New Mexico woman will be competing alongside 39 of the fittest women in the world as she looks to bring home a title. News 13's Sarah Yingling has her story.
I think it'll be an experience that I will always remember for the rest of my life.
After trying for more than 5 years to make it to the CrossFit Games as an individual, 28-year-old Whitney Capalucci can finally check one of her biggest goals off her list. It was a journey she began in 2007 when a rugby teammate took her to her first CrossFit class. Since then, the rest is history.
I thought I was in shape because I played rugby, and that workout destroyed me.
After missing qualifying for the 2015 CrossFit Games by just one spot, Capalucci has had a fire burning inside of her, one that pushes her to be the best she can be every day. 1 year later, Capalucci stood on the podium, finishing second at the South Regional, solidifying her spot as one of the fittest women on earth. Now, her days consist of numerous workouts, Olympic weightlifting, followed by recovering as best as she can to do it all over again the next day.
If you want to be competitive, I think you have to spend 2 to 3 hours a day.
Within 24 hours of qualifying for the CrossFit Games, Cappellucci received word of another important goal she's been chasing, being accepted into medical school.
They both happened at the same time, so the school was incredibly gracious and they excused the second week of school for me so I could go to the CrossFit Games and compete.
Balancing the two will prove to be challenging for her, but Cappellucci says after the Games, her life will be devoted to med school.
After the CrossFit Games, I'm not coaching anymore, I'm not competing anymore. I'm just gonna go all into medical school.
Sarah Yingling, KRQE News 13.
You can watch her compete at the CrossFit Games during the week of July 19th. Our fire coverage continues now on KRQE. Then we're back with more live coverage here on KASA at 10:35. But from the team here at 9 o'clock. Good night.